fellow collectors, Frank here, back with another TTM Success video. TTM standing for Through the Mail Success autographs. I have 4 in the box so far, 4 in the box. Let's get right out of here. Hope you're having a good day today. Recording this on Wednesday. This is for all you believers out here, first day of Lent. So what is it going to be? What are you giving up for Lent? I am not giving up TTM, but I do have a plan for Lent. Anyways, let's get at it here. First in the box here, we have a 2 for 2 and 148 days. Been waiting for this one quite a while. Snow Fee out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. We have Mr. Juan Gonzalez on this 1993 Topps Stadium Club Members Choice card, and on this 1992 Don Ross. So I've been waiting for this one, and I've been seeing other people get him back. In a recent video, Baseball Fan 75 had been waiting as well. So I realized I wasn't the only one waiting for Juan Gon to come back, and here he is. Coming back from Puerto Rico. We got Juan Alberto Gonzalez. His nickname is Juan Gon or Igor. He was born October 20th, 1969 in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. He's 51. Juan Gonzalez was a 6'3", right-handed, batting, throwing, power-hitting outfielder that played 17 seasons in the majors, mostly with the Texas Rangers, and had brief stints with the Detroit Tigers, Cleveland Indians, and Kansas City Royals. So the Texas Rangers signed Gonzalez as an amateur free agent in 1986 at the age of 16 years old. As a kid, growing up in Puerto Rico, he took on the nickname Igor. Getting to age 9, Juan was fascinated by the professional wrestler strongman, the mighty Igor. The name stuck when he said to his friend at the time, "I'm Igor." As a boy playing in Puerto Rico Youth League, Gonzalez batted cleanup behind future Yankee center fielder Bernie Williams, where both of them competed against Gonzalez's future teammate Ivan Rodriguez. So they all played Little League together in Puerto Rico. Juan Gon, or Igor, was a 2-time MVP during his career in 1996 and 98 with the Texas Rangers. He won the Silver Slugger Award 6 times for best hitting player at his position in the outfield, 5 times with the Rangers and once with his only season with the Indians in 2001. And he was a 3-time All-Star, 93 and 98 with the Rangers and 2001 with the Indians. He had the most home runs, a 2-time home run leader with the Rangers. And he led the league in RBIs, 157 doubles in 98 with the Rangers, winning his second MVP, while batting .318 with 46 homers. Igor was a career .295 hitter with 434 career home runs and 1,404 RBI and 6,556 at-bats. He was inducted into the Texas Rangers Hall of Fame in 2015. Gonzalez is the Rangers' all-time leader in home runs, RBIs, and slugging percentage. Also, his 157 RBIs in 98 and a 643 slugging percentage in 96 were also club records. Ranks in the top 5 in club history in almost every other major offensive category. So apparently presently he's the owner of a baseball team in his hometown in Puerto Rico. He also plays as DH. And after serving as a coach in 2017, Gonzalez was named manager and head coach of the Puerto Rico national team in 2018, leading the team to gold medals in 2018 and 2019. So he's still going on with his baseball career now. I don't know if he's still DHing right now for the Puerto Rican team or not during these times, but I thought that was pretty interesting. So I thank you very much, Mr. Gonzalez. I do appreciate it. Really happened to get these autographs back. Thank you. Next in the box here, we have a 3 for 3 in 11 days. No fee out of Santa Clarita, California. We have Mr. Matt Young on this 1987 Flair with the Mariners, and for the home team Red Sox on this 1993 Topps Stadium Club. And I also have him on the Flair update, the 87 Flair update with the Dodgers. Which I like that. I got two of the same year Flair cards. I like how those autographs look on those 87 Flair cards. Here we have Matthew John Young. He was born August 9th, 1958 in Pasadena, California. He is 62. Mr. Young was a 6'3" left-handed throwing pitcher that played 10 seasons in the majors. Good chunk with the Seattle Mariners, Los Angeles, then a year with the Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers, and he played a year with the Oakland Athletics, played 2 seasons with the Boston Red Sox, and played his final year, played for the Cleveland Indians. This was during 83 to 1993. He did miss the 1988 season due to Tommy John surgery, and he made a comeback in the 89 season with the A's. He was initially drafted, actually, by the Boston Red Sox in the second round of the 1978 MLB January draft from Pasadena City College, but he turned down the Red Sox offer to accept a scholarship at the University of California, Los Angeles. Then after playing for the UC Bruins for 2 years, was selected by the Seattle Mariners in the second round of the 1980 MLB June amateur draft, which he accepted. He spent almost half of his appearances in the majors as a starter, with 333 career appearances and 163 starts. He had a career 55 and 95 record with a 4.4 ERA. He had 857 strikeouts and 1,189 2/3 innings pitched. He's Mr. Young is in the record books for a couple things here. In 1990 with the Mariners, Young made the baseball record books when he struck out 4 batters an inning on September 9th against the Red Sox, including K.N. future Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. He is one of only 87 pitchers to accomplish this feat, and one of 21 left-handers. And also, with the home team Red Sox on April 12, 1992, the 33-year-old left-hander became only the 3rd pitcher to throw a complete game no-hitter and lose the game. Pitching in the first game of a doubleheader for the visiting Boston Red Sox against the Cleveland Indians, Young lost 2-1. Since his complete game was only 8 innings long, Young's gem is not recorded as an official no-hitter. He walked 7 and struck out 6. Also, the doubleheader set another record for the fewest hits allowed by one team in a doubleheader, 2, thanks to Roger Clemens pitching a 2-hit shutout in the second game. Another fun fact here as well, Matt Young had a Cy Young, but not of the baseball kind. So in 1993, the Sporting News disclosed that Young had a Cy Young of his very own. The newspaper was not referring to an award, but the fact that Matt Young had a pet Dalmatian named Cy. He and his pet, along with the other major leaguers and their pets, were featured in a 20-card set of baseball cards from Milkbone, the dog biscuit company. So I thought that was pretty funny. He had a Cy Young. A dog named Cy. So you always can say he had a Cy Young. Anyways, thank you very much, Mr. Young. It was quite appreciate quick return with this, with these cards, signing these cards, looking quite nice there in blue ink. Next in the box here, we have a 2 for 2 in 11 days, no fee out of Boston, Mass. We have, for my hockey fans here, we have Mr. Bobby Carpenter, and this is on the 1990 Bowman. Signed as Bob Carpenter, but he goes by the nickname Bobby, or Bobo. And this is on the 1990 Sports Action card. This, well, let me put them down right here, get some stands for them. So this is Robert E. Carpenter Jr. He was born on July 13th, 1963 in Beverly, Massachusetts, which is pretty close to where I live. So up here in the North Shore of Massachusetts. He grew up in nearby Peabody, Massachusetts. He's 57 years old. So Mr. Carpenter was a left-handed shooting center that played 18 seasons in the NHL with the big chunk of time with the Washington Capitals, and from 81 to 86, and another stint 92 to 93 year with the New York Rangers. A couple years with the Los Angeles Kings. He played 4 seasons, I think 3 or 4 seasons with the home team Boston Bruins, 89 and 92, and then he rounded out the last several years of his career with the New Jersey Devils. So Mr. Carpenter was drafted in the first round, 3rd pick overall in the 1981 NHL entry draft out of St. George Prep School in Danvers, Massachusetts. He has the distinction of being the first U.S. citizen to be drafted into the National Hockey League directly out of high school. And he also was the first U.S.-born hockey player to be selected within the top 5 picks of the NHL draft. After being drafted, he made the cover of Sports Illustrated as the can't-miss kid with the Capitals. In his first game with the Capitals versus the Buffalo Sabres on October 7th, 1981, he scored an assist on a goal by Ryan Walter after only 12 seconds. This is still the quickest assist by a player in their first game. During his first tour with the Capitals, he would have his best statistical season. During 1984-1985 season, he scored 53 goals, had 42 assists, and was the first U.S.-born player to score 50 goals in a season. In 1985, he was invited to play in his only NHL All-Star game, and he also participated in the 1984 and 1987 Canada Cup tournaments as a member of Team USA. In the middle of the 86-87 NHL season, he was traded to the Rangers. After a brief stint with the Rangers and then the King, Carpenter was traded to my home team, Boston Bruins, during the 88-89 NHL season. And a year later, he would help guide the Bruins to win the President's Trophy in the 89-90 season as the team that finished with the most points, best record during the NHL regular season. And in the playoffs that year, he notched 4 goals and 6 assists in Boston's run to the Stanley Cup Finals. After leaving Boston following the 91-92 season, he went back to the Capitals for a season and spent the following 6 seasons with the Devils, winning the Stanley Cup with the New Jersey Devils during the 94-95 season. Carpenter played in a career 1,170 career games. He scored 320 goals, had 408 assists for 728 points. So really happy to get a Bruins return back here in hockey. I got to hopefully have some more coming on the way. I know some of you out there have been wanting to see some more hockey. I've sent some mostly Bruins right now, but I have a few other NHL guys out there. Hopefully I'll get them back. So thank you very much, Mr. Carpenter. I do appreciate it. Last but not least, we have a 2 for 2 in 102 days. No fee out of Seattle, Washington. We have Mr. John OLeary on this 1994 Upper Deck Electric Diamond card. Looking quite nice there in blue ink. And this 1990 Topps Traded card, rookie card. Appreciate these signs here. Let's get a little bit slanted there. This is John Garrett OLeary. He was born August 5th, 1968 in Seattle, Washington. He's 52. So OLeary was a left-handed hit and throw first baseman that played 17 seasons in the majors with the good chunk of time with the Toronto Blue Jays, 89 to 96, and three seasons with the New York Mets, 5 seasons with the Seattle Mariners. He played part of a season with the New York Yankees, and he played his final season with the home team Boston Red Sox in 2005. So Mr. OLeary was drafted initially by the New York Mets in the 27th round of the 1986 MLB June Amateur Draft from Interlake High School in Bellevue, Washington, but he decided instead to attend Washington State University, and was later drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays in the third round of the 1989 MLB June Amateur Draft. In college with the WSU Cougars, he was a two-way player. He was a pitcher and a first baseman. And many people remember OLeary as a player that wore a bat and helmet in the field. Why is that? The reason why he wore a bat and helmet in the field is because he had a near fatal brain aneurysm during his junior year in college before he was drafted in 1989, so he wore that helmet. John OLeary, when he was drafted, totally skipped the minors. He made his major league debut on the afternoon of Sunday, September 3rd, 1989, with the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Minnesota Twins at the Sky Dome in Toronto. He came in as a field replacement at first for Fred McGriff in the top of the ninth, with the Blue Jays down 9-1. Hitting McGriff's cleanup spot, he led off the bottom of the ninth, hit a single up the middle off a righty reliever Juan Gonzalez, and later scored in the inning from third base with the bases loaded with a 2-run single by Nelson Liriano. The Blue Jays rallied but fell short, losing 9-4. OLeary, pretty steady, good offensive first baseman and a defensively as well. He was a two-time All-Star, once with the Blue Jays in '93 and with the Mariners in '01. He won 2 World Series championships with the Blue Jays in '92 and '93. And with the Blue Jays, he won the 1993 batting title, hitting for a really good 363 batting average. And he also led the league in doubles that year, with hitting career highs of 24 homers and 170 RBIs for the world champion Blue Jays. Later in his career, he won 3 Gold Glove Awards at first base with the Mariners in 2000, 2002, 2003. In June of 2002, became the 46th player in MLB history to record 400 doubles, 1,000 walks, and 1,000 RBIs. At the time, the only other active players in that club were Jeff Bagwell, Barry Bonds, Mark Grace, Ricky Henderson, Fred McGriff, Rafael Palmeiro, and Edgar Martinez. Mr. OLeary was a career .295 hitter. He got on base a lot. He had a career .398 on base percentage. He had 500 career doubles exactly. Hit 255 career home runs and had 1,230 RBI and 7,592 at-bats. And he did answer a few questions, which I really do always appreciate. And I asked Mr. Earl, who was your favorite teammate? Too many to choose. And I asked him who was the toughest pitcher he had success against. So he said Randy Johnson. Actually, Randy Johnson, I had success against him. I think he read that way, which is fine. He read it as who was the toughest pitcher he faced is Randy Johnson. So OLeary was 0 for 5 versus Johnson, but he only struck out once versus Johnson. So I guess that's a positive because and OLeary didn't strike out a lot during his career either, but thought I would mention that. And I asked him, do you have any hobbies? My family. Speaking as his family, I do want to mention as well, some are sending $5 donation per card for him now for the Jordan Fund. This is a fund which he started in 2003 for his daughter who had a rare chromosome disorder. She passed away this year at 20. And this fund, its mission is to provide support to special needs children and their families. So if you do want to send out OLeary, I do want to mention that. If you do want to send a donation, it's $5. I may send out again. I'm looking to get maybe the 2005 top traded card with the Red Sox and have him sign that. So I might send out a $5 donation with that card. Anyways, I appreciate it, Mr. OLeary, very much. I appreciate everybody joining me today. Hope you all having a good week, a good day, etc. Wherever you're doing, wherever you're watching this right now. Take care. God bless. Peace.